Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me today, I've got a little crew here. We have our friend and neighbor Cindy in our studio audience. And of course, you know, there's that guy that makes all this possible. You probably know him. He's head cook and bottle washer. He's the IT guy, the camera guy, the editor, producer, director, etc., etc. It's my husband, Phil Gordimer.
And good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching us from or in replay. Let us know in chat where you're from. Tell us you're here.
All right, we've got a lovely cocktail today. It's St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patty's Day to everyone who celebrates. And I'm broken my own rule, and I'm wearing green. I don't normally, but anyway, we are having a Jameson Orange Cosmo today because Irish whiskey on St. Patty's Day. Why not? This will be a future episode. I got this recipe from the Jameson site themselves, and then I kind of tweaked it, put my own spin on it. So Jameson, if you're watching, no copyright infringement. You've inspired me.
If anyone saw the picture of our sink yesterday, you know how many times we tested this.
Yeah, so much that we had to order dinner last night because it was like, you know, I don't know if I can make it up the stairs to the kitchen, let alone to cook. So, all right. You want to come get this, dear?
Do I have to? Yes, I guess I do.
Yes, you do. Here we go.
Hold on, let me deliver one first.
Yeah.
And we can all drink at the same time. All right.
It's an unusual color, but it's quite tasty.
It is quite tasty.
All right. Clink.
Cheers.
You definitely taste the Jameson.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's good.
You're like, ooh, you're not used to whiskey. I can tell by your face. You're not used to whiskey. That's okay. You don't have to drink it.
No, it's delicious.
All right, let's see who's here. Hank's here, 61 in Arizona, light drizzle.
Nice.
That's about the same here, about 61.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Let's see. And Ken's here, which probably means Lance is also here.
And Charleston. Mr. Charleston is in the house from Farmingdale. Ken adopted a dog. Yeah.
And, of course, we have Linda.
Hi, Linda.
And we got Keith and Jack.
Yay, Keith and Jack.
And we saved that because they got the from on it. We'll use that later to build the map.
Okay.
All right, we got 18 people watching today, so it's a
Okay.
good start.
So before I get started on my part, dear, do you have some PSAs?
I do.
Please share.
We do. We have had a significantly good month.
Yeah.
So much so, whoops, I didn't want to do that one. That's the wrong button. This one. We are less than a month away from 1 million views, and we'll probably have 7,500 subscribers in about 2 more weeks. I am not much for shorts, but I started making a few shorts, and they've been getting 10, 12,000, which is not a lot for a short, but 20 and 30 people per short have been joining as subscribers. So we have been very, very busy.
Well, but for us, you know, when you get 10,000 views in one day,
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right, so I guess I can start back to me, Bob.
Joe and Peggy are watching from Florida.
Oh, that's great. Hi, guys.
They're down at the Phillies.
Yeah, that's great. Have a good time. Thanks for joining us. So it's all about spring produce today. You know, it's not quite spring yet. We got a couple more days, but it's this week will be spring. We've had some early spring here in New Jersey. We've had in the 70s, in the high 70s, a couple days, which was very nice. But now all the spring produce is starting to come out, and I get so very excited. And I've gotten a lot of early stuff that's coming from the southern states and Mexico. So some of it's still a little too early here in New Jersey, but we're starting to see it in the stores, and probably in the next couple weeks it's going to be even better. So I thought, let's talk about all this produce that's coming up.
Why don't, before you do that, you show off the eggs?
Okay, I was going to say that till later, but okay, we'll do that now. So I always talk about how we should eat farm to table. We should buy locally. I encourage you all to find those little local butchers and farm stands and farmers markets. They are everywhere, even if you live in a city. So I've been working and seeking out a lot of local farms here. And I came across one, Fresh Con Farms. They are located in Franklinville, New Jersey, not too far from here, and they are related to a family that I grew up with. It's one town over where I grew up. So they had this little contest, and I entered just on a lark, and I won, and this is what I won. Look at these beautiful eggs. All different colors, there's blues and greens and beige and dark brown and farm fresh. These were laid like yesterday, I think.
They came out of the chicken's butt.
Yeah. So this is 30, and they do sell them, so check them out. We have their website up, and we'll have it later on in the...
It's already there.
Okay.
I just got asked, is the recipe for the cocktail there? And it is.
Yep. So yeah, and I will be cooking with some of these today, but yeah, this is so exciting. Blue eggs and green eggs, cool. Anyway, I talk about all the time, buy locally as much as you can and eat seasonally, and that's why I decided to do spring produce, so that we can start moving towards eating more seasonally. What's the benefit of that, right? You have to wonder why. I can get that all year round, but when you eat it when it's in peak of season, you're getting the freshest. It hasn't been shipped from somewhere else. It hasn't been sitting in a warehouse or somewhere like that. You know, it was grown in the field just that day and picked maybe that day or the day before, and it's right there local. And of course, we're helping local businesses, local farms stay in business, and I think it's just better for everyone, except maybe the big supermarket chains, but you know.
Yeah, but at least, hold on.
Yes.
Let's screen here. But at least our local ShopRite is very good about buying most of their produce from the local farms in the area.
Well,
And then they put a sign up that says, from this farm, and we
in the
recognize
summer,
a lot of them.
when they can in the summer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do. Although why in the spring and summer they still have carrots from like Colombia and not from, but anyway, that's just a question I always ask. That being said, let's talk about some spring produce, some spring vegetables. What are? Okay, Bob and I are always at our local farm when fresh produce is available. See, that's great. You get it, right? It's so much better to get it fresh. A lot of times, if you prefer organic products, you can get, they're usually organic or quite often. Let me put this out of the way so I don't knock it over, because that would be alcohol abuse. So I have a bevy of fresh produce here that are all considered spring produce. We've got asparagus, of course. A couple more weeks and asparagus season will be here. I can't wait to get real Jersey asparagus. We have radishes, which are lovely every time of year, but especially in the spring. Carrots with their tops, which is always a good thing to get. And these are very new, very small carrots. Not the little whittled down baby carrots. These are real baby carrots. We've got some Swiss chard. We've got some kale. Artichokes, always in the spring. They're nice and fresh. Strawberries, and a lot of the berries are popping out in the spring now. Of course, one thing I didn't know was beets. I didn't know they were considered a spring vegetable. But yeah. And I have back here too some spinach that I found with in its little bunch with this little root cut off. But that's what spinach looks like. Not just the little baby spinach. Of course, there's little baby lettuces that are just coming out. Other fruits, grapefruits, I didn't know. Pineapples, all those. Rhubarb, I did know was a spring vegetable, but some of the others, I didn't know that they were considered spring vegetables. So it's kind of been interesting learning all this. So let's do a little cooking. I'm going to start with cooking some radishes. You probably don't think about cooking radishes, right? You think, you put them in salad. They're a little spicy. They make me burp, but they're fun. They come in all kinds of colors, too, and all different types. So when you combine them, get them, because the different colors will have slightly different flavors. And then, of course, there's like rainbow radishes, and there's one that's striped. There's watermelon radishes. Yeah, there's black radishes, yellow, red. There's all kinds of colors. I just have some garden variety radishes here. Easy to get. Beet greens are edible and delicious. Yes, that's another thing. When you can get produce with the greens on them, get it. Even radishes. You can make pestos, you can make sauce, you can put them into salads, all kinds of things you can do. What I would say was with the radish, a lot of times, or with any of these big greens that are like this, you need to wash them really well. Anyway, cooking radishes is kind of, I don't want to say a French thing, but a French thing. In France, I know they eat a lot of like just radishes and butter. Kind of tasty. But I've cooked them a few times. I've roasted them and I've sauteed them like I'm going to do here. And they get kind of sweet and a little nutty, and it's kind of fun. And it's different. It kind of tampers down their heat and their burpiness, shall we say. So since it is St. Patty's Day, I do have some proper Irish butter we're going to use. As they would say in England, a big old wad of butter. We'll get that down. There we go. Beautiful color, that butter. And we're just going to, right in the pan, of course, some salt and pepper. But radishes are peppery. Why do you need to add more pepper? It's just a balance thing. And another layer. It's a different type of peppery flavor. And we're just going to let these saute 7-9 minutes. They'll start to get a little translucent and soft. Make sure that's not too high. There we go. Because I wouldn't want to burn this butter either. Now, quite often on these live streams, I have detailed notes and a script. This is all off the cuff today. It's just been that kind of week, and Phil and I are like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, you did really good 2 weeks ago off the cuff. And
I did.
We had so many messages going on in chat, I couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I got a bigger screen today, so I should be able to keep up with it.
Famous last words. So I have a couple other recipes I'm going to attempt to do today, in mind anyway. But I can't talk about this produce enough, how much I love it all. I'm wondering, out in chat, of some of these things here, what are your favorites? Do you like asparagus, Swiss chard, spinach, beets? Let's get some conversation going in chat and let us know.
And while you're there, let us know where you're, come on, push the button, there you go. Let us know where you're watching from. Just say hello from and your city and state, and in the second half, we will put a map so everyone can see it.
That's right, I did that off camera.
Oh, you did the flip?
Yeah.
All right, do it again.
All right.
Who knows, that might appear as a short in a couple of weeks. Just saying.
I hope Jimmy and Phil are in, because I wonder if Phil's still practicing with Cheetos.
Oh, I think this is the first time.
Who's that?
Steve G, 71.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Always can learn. Yeah, welcome on board. Do we know him? Where's he new?
I've seen him in our comments.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And Hank says his favorite is asparagus, marinated artichokes. That is one of
Also
ours.
Steve. Yep.
All
I
right.
always have a few jars of those marinated artichokes, and I even buy them in the cans in just water because they're so handy and versatile. I love them fresh like this. I don't buy them often.
Hold on. Where are you?
They are
Yeah,
delicious.
Show that again. There you go.
So if you didn't know, an artichoke is actually a bud of a type of thistle. And if this were allowed to grow, it would eventually blossom into this big, beautiful purple flower. Kendrick, aren't artichokes a lot of work to cook and eat? Well, normally I would say, oh no, it's nothing. But yeah, they can be. They can take a little effort, but I think they're worth it. It's not something I would want to cook every day or every week, but they are very delicious. I think a lot of times what people do is they just boil them probably to death, and then you peel off the leaves and scrape off the bit and dip it in butter. But there's so much more you can do to them. You can stuff them, you can roast them. Yeah, Cindy's over here going, yeah. How's this doing? I was flipping this one time when we were filming, and the butter kind of went whoosh. We kind of cut that part out. All right, I'm going to say they're about done. Let's turn that off.
So Kathy says her favorite snack is radishes with
Butter on a sliced
baguette.
That's a very French thing to do. I know. It's like that. Like, why? Our friend Chris Hagen talks about that in the spring. She's from France, and she does that too. She slices them very thinly. And
Linda's saying spinach, artichokes, beets, and so much more. And yes, for those asking, I do have a cold.
Here's our little sauteed. Now you see they changed color. They're a little lighter, and their red is lighter. They are almost translucent, and the aroma, they smell almost, it's kind of hard to say, almost turnipy. They not earthy, I guess would be a better way to say it.
Well, you could just...
I'm gonna relax. Chill.
Well, you could put some in a glass so we could taste.
Yes, dear.
Just saying.
Jiminy Crickets. Cindy, do you see what I have to put up with? They all know.
I know.
But yeah. Yes, dear. I'm coming. I'm delivering. Hold on.
And we're just reminding everybody, if you're live in chat, let us know. Say where, say I'm watching from, and give your city and state, and I'll queue them up, and we'll save them later and build a map.
All right. I will deliver.
Yay!
Do a dance or something, Phil.
Oh, Cindy's coming for hers.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought I'd help.
Thank you. Oh. Close the drawer, Pete, so you don't trip on it. Yeah, you wouldn't know I do this all the time.
Thank you. I didn't. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just taste one right from the little bowl.
Maybe cook just a hair longer.
They're very mild. It takes away that sharpness, but
They're so good.
yeah, it gives it kind of an earthiness. It's the only way I can think to describe it. Very good. These are still crunchy. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but
A little more, but you can definitely taste the butter.
you don't want them soft and mushy, though. You still want them a little al dente, a little crunchy. Of course, that's, you know. All right, so that's some radishes.
This is a good one. We know about this.
About what?
Hello.
Okay.
There we go.
What happened?
One more
Really?
time.
There we go.
The buttons are being sticky today.
You always often talk about ramps and wild garlic. Where can I find them? Yes, OMG. Ramps is my favoriteest spring produce. Where can you find them? That's the $64,000 question. So we are very lucky in our campground up in the mountains, Pennsylvania. In May, when it opens, it's lousy with ramps. They're everywhere. Fields and fields of them. They just grow crazy. And we are all, those of us who are seasoned, very respectful about how much we pick and take each year, because you don't want to wipe them out. And there's a way to harvest them and still leave some to grow back next year. If you don't have that type of connection, again, look at local farmers markets. Look at some of the higher end grocery stores like Wegmans. I've seen them in Wegmans many times. Yeah.
What is a ramp?
A ramp. What is a ramp? Oh, it's part of the garlic and onion family. It grows in little bulbs and has big green leaves. And that's what you eat. You can eat the bulb too. But it's kind of a cross between garlic and onion.
Or garlic and scallion.
Or onion.
Okay.
Yeah. really. But they have these big, long green leaves, and they are, you can grill them like you would a scallion. You can treat them like a scallion. Oh, Lisa, hi Lisa, she loves ramps. You can treat them just like any other onion or garlic type thing. But you can make pesto from them, which is mind-blowingly good. You can grill them, you can put them in salads, raw even. They're great in stir fries. But they are only here for like this amount of time, which is a shame. But so yeah, in a few weeks when we open our campsite, that's always the first thing I do. Paula says, I'm lucky I have wild asparagus in my yard that comes up every year. You are lucky. I'm jealous. I wish I had that. I could probably plant some, but then it wouldn't be wild. I guess eventually it would be.
Well, the deer here would be eating it.
Well, true. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Cindy, remind me later to tell you about the deer that came to visit us and
Okay.
yeah, how the cats reacted.
Oh boy.
Well, someone was paying attention.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't you make a cocktail with carrots? Yes, we did. And I wanted to do that today, and Phil didn't want to, but we did. We made a carrot martini. My friend Cindy's looking at me like I have 3 heads. It's actually delicious. It's very orangey in flavor, but you get the carrot flavor too. I did it a couple years ago, right around this time of year. You know, the Easter Bunny here had an adventure with carrot martinis last year. And so I think he'll be having more this year too. Allison, I love Swiss Chard, but finding recipes to do with it is a challenge. I love Swiss Chard too, and what I have here today is the red kind. Oops. With its beautiful red stems that almost look like rhubarb or red celery. But I love it. I love the red veins and the green. If you are really lucky and you can find the rainbow chard, it comes in a lot of colors. White, yellow, orange, the red. The white, the regular Swiss chard, has usually a much wider stalk, and it's just delicious. I tend to keep it simple with chard. I will just wilt it down with butter or olive oil, some garlic, and a couple of anchovies, which is one of my secret ingredients. It just kind of melts, and it adds this background flavor. And you're going, what is that? And then I say, you're eating anchovies. And then people go, ew, I hate anchovies. But
Sounds like a hot Caesar salad.
yeah, yeah. It's a very Italian way to do it, actually, as I understand. I learned it from the 2 fat ladies, I'll admit. A long time ago.
All right, is it my turn? Because it's almost 4 o'clock.
Okay, sure.
All right, let's do this. It's doing it now. Can't hear it. There we go. All right, as most of you know, we like to feature a lot of small YouTube channels. So today we are looking at Pretirement Days. This is Betty. Betty is a mother and a grandmother with lots of cooking, and she says, I believe that no matter what label of disability you've given, your abilities can be stronger. My motto is stay busy and serve others. She's coming up on 2,000 subscribers. She has 304 videos, and she produces videos actually very often, about every 3 days. And it's not just food.
Oh, I see.
She does quite a bit of stuff. This is the one that caught my eye, was the potato, ham, and cheese. And like, come on, skip the ad here. Yeah, come on, there we go.
Aw.
So check out her channel. Leave a comment. Remember, the best thing you can do, hit the like and the subscribe button, but leave a comment. Small channels have one ability that big channels don't, and that is they can take the time to answer every single message. So go back and check her out. I will pop her link up in chat. It is also in the show notes in YouTube and in Facebook.
Yep. Back to me, Bob.
Back to you.
Yay. Let's do a little more cooking. You ready to do some more cooking? I'm ready. So I have some stuff here. We're gonna use those eggs. But first, I have some asparagus here. Now, this is early asparagus. It's very thin. Sometimes it's called pencil asparagus. There's one in here that's almost normal size, a couple, but most of them are very, very thin. A lot of people prefer these. They say they're sweeter. Personally, Phil and I prefer the bigger ones. Personal preference. But these are pretty fresh and should be delicious. So we're just going to chop some of these up into mostly bite-sized pieces. Now, if I were especially chefy, I'd save some of these tips for decoration later. I'm not doing that. I'm very lazy today. I want to put a tiny bit more butter. I'm going to use the same pan because why not get some of that radish flavor in there? Just a tiny bit more. And I just want to start by sauteing this asparagus a little bit to get it softened a little bit, which should be quick because it's so small and fresh. Now, did you know you can eat asparagus raw? I never knew that until a few years ago because my mother always believed it was poisonous if it was eaten raw. That's what she was taught. I don't know. My friend Cindy's looking at me like, what?
Poisonous.
Yeah, that's what she was told.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she would cook it to death. Not as much as some people that we know cooked asparagus, but she would cook it longer than I liked it. So I didn't care for asparagus until I was a grown-up. And I had it in a restaurant. It came with dinner one night. And I was out on a date, and I thought, well, I need to put on a good first impression. So, and it turned out to be pretty tasty. Okay. Again, I'm going to salt and pepper.
Oh, Bart's in. Says he loves anchovies.
Hi, Bart. Good to see you. Need to have you back up for dinner. Yeah, I love anchovies too, Bart, and I sneak them into things because they're just like magic. They melt and disappear, and you know, if you like the term umami, that's kind of that extra flavor. All right, let's get this going. Come on. It doesn't want to flip for me. That's all right.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
What? Raw and pickled asparagus are some of my favorite snacking vegetables. Yeah, sure. Have we tried those pickled asparagus?
No, but from the same people.
The
as
old
where we
South,
get-
yeah, the Brussels sprouts.
Well, but we also get our tamales.
Yeah,
Pickled green tomatoes.
yeah, which are great in a martini. And I wonder how a pickled spear of asparagus in a cocktail would be. Yeah, Cindy's like, yeah. Oh, go back to, can you see how green that is? It's so much more vibrant there than here, but that's okay. There we go.
And what are we adding to that?
You did who to what now?
Is it just going to be asparagus? Or
No, dear.
just asking?
Walk with me on this journey.
Just asking.
I got this. I do this all the time. I got this.
As he looks at his notes.
No, do you see the notes? I don't even know where the notes. Oh, I don't even know where they went. I must have moved them.
They're delicious.
Are they on the floor in front where I can't see?
No.
Nope.
No. Oh.
You put them in your drawer?
I might have done when I was off camera. Like, let me get these out of the way. No? Oh well.
Doesn't matter. Maybe one of the gang in the back.
Oh, here they are. Yeah. Here they are. Yeah, the gang in the back.
Thank you, Hank. If you haven't, would you take a second and give us a like if you're on YouTube? And on Facebook, give us a like. That would be really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, guys. So I love that so many people are in chat and all of our regulars. All right, so I have some sausage here, some loose sausage meat I browned up earlier. Again, I got this from a local farm place, Haines's. You can find this stuff in your, I don't care where you live, look around. So I'm going to add a little bit of the sausage, heat it back up a bit. Probably not all of it, but some of it.
And our granddaughter loves asparagus, especially when it's grilled.
Yay, Kenzie! That's my girl. Well, Kevin, remind me that, and you know, I will make her grilled asparagus. How about an asparagus martini? I wonder how that would be.
Let's not. I'd need a lot of gin to choke that down.
All right, while that sautés and heats up and softens a little bit more, almost there. I don't want it mushy, but I want it just a little more. Let's talk eggs. Let's play with these beautiful farm fresh eggs.
There's
Now-
your map.
Here's a fun thing. When people talk about spring food and spring produce, a lot of people will say, oh, well, what about like spring lamb or spring chicken? And those are real things. Spring lamb is a lamb that is very, very young and is slaughtered in the spring and hasn't had time to really grow into, as what you, Cindy's like, no, what you would get later in the year that has more flavor. And the same thing with chicken. So yeah, I like spring lamb, but I prefer something older, not quite to the mutton. I like mutton, but same thing with chickens. You know, there's just not a lot of flavor. It hasn't had enough time to develop flavor. Sal, for me, fresh spinach is the most flexible. Yeah, it is amazing what you can do with spinach.
Do you have a bunch of spinach there that just has the spinach stems too?
Yeah, I showed it.
Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Try it again.
That's my bear. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Yes, I did show that. I want to use some of these eggs. I'm just going to do a scramble with this beautiful asparagus and local sausage. Why not? And local eggs. Franklinville is only maybe 10 miles away, if that. I want this big blue one. Blue eggs. I mean, that's cool.
And they're not even dyed.
Nope.
They came out of the chicken's butt just like that.
Wow. Look at that color of that yolk.
Is it really their butt?
No. I don't know that I want to think about it.
His butt.
This one. Now, I know some of you cooks out there are saying, you shouldn't be cracking them all into the same bowl. What if one is bad? Well, I don't think any of these are going to be bad, but you're right. Best practice. I know better. Cindy says, I crack eggs the same day. Do you have chickens? I never know with you, Cindy, so that's the other Cindy. All right, these get a little smoky. Let me turn this way down.
Same way, not day.
Oh,
She must be using her phone and autocorrect has kicked in.
yeah. I'm actually going to turn that off for a minute. It's getting a little smoky in here. Let me stop yakking and get cooking.
Asparagus omelet.
All scrambled here. Oops. There we go. All right, before you do it, let's put these lovelies out of the way. And a little splash of milk. I know, people out there, no, don't use milk, use water, use this. I like using milk. And I love this long life milk. Just that much. And I know people say don't put salt in your eggs, it makes them tough. But guess what? I'm putting salt in my eggs. They get tough when they get overcooked. Just a little, because the sausage has salt in it, but I want a little bit. And a little bit of pepper. Or a lot of bit of pepper. Let's give this a little whisk. Now, yeah, if I were more clever, dear, I would do an omelet, but I'm not feeling that clever today. But I can't get over the color of that yolk. This may be a bad thing. I may not ever be able to buy.
Yeah, the camera enhances it a little bit, but it's bright. It
is.
It's actually brighter than the cameras are showing.
Yeah.
Our studio lights are quite bright and there's more daylight, so, but yeah.
I usually I spend for the organic eggs just because I find them a superior product. Their shells are tougher, the yolks are brighter. But yeah, I don't know, dear. I may not be able to go back to store-bought eggs.
Oh, look at this.
Rachel, and lucky they were just laid the day before you picked them up. We keep them real. Oh, that's great. Thank you. So that's Rachel from Fresh Con Farms. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah. Yeah, I may be a regular customer now because, yeah. So we're just gonna, you know me, I like things artfully messy. So we're just
Let's give them a plug again.
Yes, so these are from Fresh Con Farms in Franklinville, New Jersey. So those of you who are local to my area, and I know there are several of you out there watching, like Lisa. Yeah. Go to their website, check them out on Facebook. They also have a store where they have merchandise and all kinds of cool things. All right, now look how quickly. Here's a trick to scrambled eggs.
Don't overcook them.
Don't overcook them. Now I'm cutting the heat and I'm going to put them on a plate because if they look done on your plate, they're going to be overdone. By the time you eat them, they'll be dry and rubbery. So you want to pull them before when you think it. And these probably a little more than I would like them normally, but you know, live TV.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yum, yum. I'll take a plate, please. Wow. Well, while you're doing the map, let's build the map.
Let's
the map,
see. Dear.
And one last shot, if you haven't already, tell us in chat where you're watching from, say hello from, and your city and state.
You want some of this? You want to try? Yeah.
All right, so,
Same plate.
wow. Quite a few people up there already, so let's see what we got.
That's okay.
So,
What do we got?
We got
Mr. Charleston. Hi, Charleston. I can't wait to meet you.
Farmingdale, Long Island. We've got, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. We've got Joe and Peggy from Clearwater, Florida. Okay, why did you not get that map?
Really from Exton, PA. They're in Clearwater right now.
They're in Clearwater, and it did not pick them up. Oh, well. Oh, Clearwater. That's why he couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, because it was fake. It was water, not water.
We got Cindy from Chester County. We've got STV G1 from Milwaukee.
All right.
And we got Linda from Central Connecticut. We have Lisa from Sewell, New Jersey.
Hey, Lise.
And let's see, we got anybody else in the last second or so? Nope. All right. No, none of our Canada or
West Coast friends.
West Coast people are on today, but that's okay. We still love them. We'll leave the map in there just in case we get any last minute.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is really good. OMG.
Oh,
These eggs. What do you mean? Oh.
I didn't find my fork.
Oh. He's only 64, kids. You know, it's like...
Really? Really now?
My goodness. Yeah. I'm not buying eggs from ShopRite or Acme anymore. No. No. Nope. But, as I thought, dear, next time we go to Long Island,
Yeah.
and go to Oldfields, we need to order some of their eggs ahead of time and bring them home. And do a side-by-side, Long Island eggs versus New Jersey eggs. Like we do with the wineries.
Well,
try their
especially
Cap Blanc.
since a number of their wines, Rooster Tail, are all named
Right.
after. So this favorite winery of ours is a working farm in the family. And their tasting room
Right.
is a converted
There it is.
chicken coop. Yes, I'm not kidding. It's a converted chicken coop with a potbelly stove in
It's
it.
the coolest thing.
And
Good.
in the warmer weather, the doors are open and the chickens walk in and out,
Yeah.
along with a whole bunch of other farm animals while you're having your wine. It's really cool.
Our friends Lansing Hen can attest to that, and so can Joe and Peggy.
Okay, we have another one here. We have
Ooh, what?
Rachel. Let's put the map back up. So Rachel's in Franklinville, New Jersey. So New Jersey's the winner today. We got a lot.
Hey, Jersey's awesome.
Actually, I think I can even, in this version of the software, I can
can
zoom
zoom in.
that map. Maybe.
Drag it over, dear.
Get it over there. Come on. Where are you? Wow, I kind of zoomed in far.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we all are. Okay. My goodness, dear. Okay.
All right, the mouse is being a little punctual. You get the idea.
Where's it? User error. Okay. Here I am. Hank says, I see my Monday breakfast. I'll save some asparagus from dinner tonight. Oh, hello from Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, this stuff, the fresh, seasonal produce, you can do just so much with it. Every single meal you can eat with this produce. Now, I did not write down on here what my third recipe was.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We're going to cook live, so
I know.
figured you
I
had
know.
it
I'm like,
figured
yeah.
out.
Well,
Wait a minute.
can you look in OneNote?
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Moving on. So, out of all these...
Oh, you were going to do asparagus soup with crab.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then I decided to not do
Not
asparagus.
happening.
I was going to pre-do it, and then I got distracted and went down a rabbit hole, and, you know, it happens. It happens. But maybe I'll make asparagus soup for dinner tonight with crab. Well, that was the other thing. I didn't want to...
I have a thing of jumbo crab at my house.
I have
Linda
one
says
upstairs,
do
too.
something with spinach.
Okay. All right. We'll do something with spinach. Let me give it a quick wash.
You got lots of butter down there. So.
I know. I know. I don't have any garlic down here, but that's okay. That's okay. Sure, Linda. Let's see. Let me give this a quick wash. Dear, entertain them while I go over to the sink, please.
So, let's talk about what we're going to do in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So, in 2 weeks from now, it is Easter. We all want you to have a great time with your family. If you can join us live, that's great. If you can't, we understand. Since we're talking about spring vegetables, we're going to take the spring baby carrots with their tops, and we're going to dedicate a whole episode of what you can do with carrots, from the savory side to the sweet side, and we're going to concentrate on the tops, the part that people throw away. You can do so much with carrot tops, and it's a lot of good stuff. Why don't you tell me in chat what you do with carrots, and we'll see if we can work that in for 2 weeks from now. Perfect timing. I couldn't stall any more than that.
Oh, look. I found some garlic and some anchovies. Just happen to have them.
Now, where's your spinach?
Oh, yeah. Cindy, would you get the spinach for me, please?
Excuse me.
Now, let's see if I can... Oh, it opened. Good. Now, let me wipe out this pan. Because I don't need the eggs. And he's like, I don't want to be on camera. Thank you, dear.
This one's good from Cindy. Other Cindy.
Other Cindy.
The other Cindy.
Carrots sit in my fridge until they become aliens and I have to throw them out. And I have lots of good carrot recipes, Cindy. So maybe we need to do some more carrot episodes. Something other than carrot soup, even though I love carrot soup. Someone else doesn't. And unfortunately, it's not all about me all
And you
the
can
time.
do more than just carrot cake. I can't wait to do something with the tops. I want to make a salad out of the tops.
So
and all
not
sorts of
only
things.
am I going to put a couple anchovies in this, I'm going to use some of this anchovy oil. This is gold. Liquid gold. All right. As I spill it all over. Now, you just sit there for a minute. Let's turn you on. I'm going to treat this much like I do chard, with garlic and anchovies.
STVG says, I'll be there in 2 weeks. I love raw carrots, but I'm having a hard time with cooked other than grated. And I have the opposite problem. Having dentures, top denture, I can no longer eat raw carrots, and they were my favorite munch food.
That and celery.
That and celery.
And you really can't.
Though I can do celery now. I've been able to do it.
Yeah, but even little baby carrots are...
Yeah, they're a little beyond me.
All right. Yes, Ken, I know this is not enough garlic. I know. I know. I hear you.
Hank says that was a nice run upstairs. It says run, but I assume he meant run.
Yeah. Whew. Right in that oil. Now you notice what I don't do. I'm not taking my knife and sweeping the stuff up into my hand. Not only is that dangerous, that dulls your knife blade a lot faster. Generally, I have down here a bench scraper, but I don't know. It probably got taken upstairs or put in the dishwasher and forgotten and whatever. All right, so let's get this going. Yeah. Again, just an even small amount of this butter, but I want the butter and the oil flavor together. Now I'm going to move this out of the way.
Now, if we had some heavy cream, we could make cream spinach.
I have heavy cream upstairs, but I don't think I could possibly run upstairs again, dear. There's a practical limit, as your mother would say, and I am reaching it. So I'm just going to give this a rough chop, stems and all, because delicious. And this is, you know, again, these fresh greens. It's got that great, you can taste the minerals.
Now, here's one we don't do anything with yet.
Fava beans. There's a lot of work to prepare. They are, because there's like 2 husks and you have to cook them and then peel the other husk or soak them. Yeah. All right. This is smelling fragrant. I don't want to burn it. Let's turn it way down. Get these greens in. Oops. All right. Just for giggles, let's see if I can fish out an anchovy.
Oh, fish out.
Huh? Yeah, fish out an anchovy. Pete, you're so punny. This is why we love the live streams, because they're silly and stupid.
Especially when we have people in the audience.
Yeah. All right, that's most of an anchovy. I'm just gonna tuck that in. It will just melt and disappear. How about some tongs are right here?
Kendrick says, my family is from the South. Collard greens are a way of life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't do much with collard greens. I know they take a little more cooking, generally. I see them in the stores and in the market all the time, but... Oops. Oh, no. Let me see if I can find a lid for this. Love that idea, says Linda. Thank you. Here we go. All right, a little big. We're just gonna let this wilt down, low heat. And having the lid on it will keep the garlic from hopefully burning.
Smells so good.
Doesn't it?
All right, so I already told them about carrots. Why don't you tell them about the other episodes that we're working on?
Because I don't have my notes in front of me. So you can tell them. I know, right? So today's Cosmo recipe, that is going to be an upcoming episode. We have some recipes for Jameson. Besides the Cosmo, I've been working on, I found in my family recipe box this recipe for an Irish whiskey cake. And it's really good.
It's really good.
It uses 9 eggs and 1.5 pounds of butter. How bad can it be? It also uses a cup of Irish whiskey. Now, I made it calls for plain Irish whiskey, so you think Jameson. I made it with the Jameson orange. And instead of lemon zest that the recipe calls for, I used orange zest. And it's amazing. So that recipe's coming out. I need to tweak it a little bit.
We even got the Jameson people in our Facebook
Yeah, on
group
Facebook. I tagged them, and they were like, yes, do it. So, Jameson, if you're watching, I'm going to do it.
The ham and egg cups.
Yes. We have a little breakfast idea. I have a couple breakfast recipes coming up to use these glorious, beautiful eggs. So there's 2 more breakfasty, brunchy type recipes coming up. And what's our next live stream gonna be? Well,
It's the carrots.
You
I
know-
told them all about it, but you can tell them again.
I'm gonna tell them again. The truth is, you can't have too many carrots. And we're gonna be exploring and talking and doing some recipes all about carrots, about using the carrot tops, which are very good and very delicious, and all the things you can do with them. And I know you're probably thinking you're gonna do a whole hour just about carrots. You'd be surprised. So yes, that's going to be our next live stream. Let's see how our spinach is doing. A little bit wilting down nicely. Now, of course, any other time this would be like, 3 seconds and it wilts down. But because I'm on camera, it's like, LOL, nope, not going to cook.
Corey says, sugar snap peas are so versatile. They're great in
Yes.
soups, salads, and stir fries. I love
Yeah.
pea pods.
And we wanted to get peas and pea pods today. The
Yeah,
problem was we couldn't
couldn't.
get to our local favorite produce stand because there was, even though it didn't rain, somehow the road was flooded.
Yeah, for those who live in New Jersey, it's
Brooklawn Circle.
It's the saga of the Brooklawn Circle.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa, you know. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Great time of year for rainbow carrots. Yes. And I have a dinner party
Oh, I
coming
love the
up.
emoji. We got a rainbow emoji
Yes.
there, too.
Carrots are another thing that come in all kinds of colors, and their flavors are slightly different. There's purples and yellows and white carrots and that are not parsnips. Different shades of orange. Apparently, with carrots, the original were not orange; they were different colors. Spring, my excuse to hit all local farmers markets. Yeah, absolutely. But why do you need an excuse? Hit them all the time, as much as you can.
Yeah, we spend a lot of money at our local
Yeah.
farmers markets. We
Yeah.
try to frequent all of them. We are lucky that in living in South Jersey, otherwise known as Kansas at the east, people think New Jersey is just New York, but from Central all down, it's all farmland. And from where we are in Deptford, which is very close to Philadelphia, we are only 10 miles away from all the great farms.
Even like in far North Jersey, right?
Yep,
Like
Northwest, where I
yeah.
used to live, up in Sussex County.
Warren County and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I think that's done. Done enough for me. Now, if I were in my kitchen upstairs, I might hit that with a splash of wine. I might. No, dear, that's okay. Wow. Ask and ye shall receive. Well, it is St. Patty's Day, I guess. Yeah, it does smell good. It smells very fresh and green. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll try this one.
Bang. I'm in.
Okay. This is from a new winery out on Long Island. New to us, Suru.
Yeah, we just joined them. Like we're not members of enough wine clubs. Turn it up and...
Hold on. I want to taste it first. My
Like, we swing it out of
goodness.
the bottle?
Well, if I wasn't live on camera, I would. Though some of our friends out there, probably Joe Brennan going, chug-a-lug, Peggy Brennan, chug-a-lug. I love our friends. Cindy Camo, I can hear you. Okay.
Looks good.
That's nice. A little sweet.
All right, so turn it up and throw it in there. Let's see
No,
what we get.
I'm going to put a splash in.
Well, yeah, we've been having flame issues.
And then I'm going to
lately.
turn it back on. Yeah. When I was doing the mussels, and I was steaming mussels a few weeks ago on live. Here, dear.
You're on camera.
Yeah, I was
Nice,
steaming
so I'll put
mussels.
you
I
on
went to
camera.
lift the lid off to check them. And fortunately, I was not on camera. Phil was on camera. Wine, yes. Yeah. See, Linda, that's why I like you. You're my people.
That's
Isn't that good? All right. We'll just let that wine cook out for a minute.
And remember the most important thing,
You don't cook.
only cook with the wine you're going
Right.
to drink. If you're not going to drink it, don't cook with it.
Right. Right. None of this cooking wine nonsense. Let's get that out of the way.
All right, and we're getting up to that time, so this is good.
I know,
We'll be able
yeah.
to just taste this.
Yep. Oops. All right. Doo-doo-doo.
And we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks, Hanks. Thanks.
Yes. I know some of you out there are very upset that I'm using metal tongs in my nonstick. I'm being very careful, and you can use metal as long as you're not scraping and digging at it. All right, I'm just going to taste this because the clock is ticking, so. Very good.
It smells good.
It's very good.
Well, tell you what, grab your fork. Let's go.
Uh.
Come on.
No, I'll
Here,
eat.
take it over. You guys
No.
take it over there.
I'm good.
Take it, Cindy. Now, I was thinking, I was standing here like, did I salt that? I don't remember, but it didn't need it because of the anchovy oil and the
Taste that
anchovy.
wine. Yeah, it does need salt.
I didn't think it did because of the anchovies. And you, who doesn't like salt, lately you've been like, more salt, more salt.
I don't think it needs salt.
I don't think so either.
It's awesome.
Well, he's getting over cold too, so his taste buds are still a little wonky.
They are.
They are. All right, so that about wraps it up for us. It's just after 4:30. So thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you in a couple of weeks on Easter Sunday.
So let's say thanks to our
Yes.
channel supporters,
There we
to
go.
Brad and Carol and Kevin and Joe and Peggy and Rob and Robin. And this is everyone who was in chat today. And we will see you
Yep. And